Welcome Amakhosi Network, welcome to the channel. Kaizer Chiefs is signing foreign players that Nabi has liked for a while, according to reports by Far Post. And yeah, one of them, I am going to give you the update on these players. There's actually another midfielder who is coming in, who the Chiefs is also trying to sign, Ulasin. I forgot, Ulasin Kooma, yes, because that comes after Chiefs signing Lollipop, Baba. The Chiefs fans have decided to call him Lollipop. But you know what? Before we get into that, please like, comment, and subscribe. Subscribe. I want to tell you about our player, Amakhosi Lilepo. I think that's how you pronounce his name. I think they will tell us how to pronounce it. He's from DRC. He's 27 years old. He's turning 28 in July. He's 1.85 meters tall, and he's a right winger. And he's being signed from a third-tier team in France, Yves, whatever that team is called. This name is difficult. But yeah, this is actually a team. I remember this team. Ulebu Mutiba, at some point when I think he was still playing for Lille, he got loaned to this team, and he was actually banging in some goals in this team. I don't know what happened. I think he might have gotten injured after a while. But anyway, let's give you some more information. I don't think this is all of this guy's data in terms of his career, because one thing I know is that transfer market doesn't often have the stats of these guys in other countries, like in AS Vita, in DRC, etc. They don't often have up-to-date stats on these guys. But anyway, let's give you the stats that we do have on this guy. This guy, I'm looking at the teams that he's played for. He played for AS Vita. We know that is a big team in DRC, but it's an interesting one I saw. He actually was loaned to Mbambane Swallows in Swaziland. That one I found very interesting. I wonder why he would have been loaned to Swallows. But anyway, he was loaned to Swallows at some point. So I'm like, basically he knows South Africa. It's not like he doesn't know, because a lot of Mbambane people from Swaziland do cross over into South Africa to do a lot of things. But his career has basically been in AS Vita, and he's been on loans, and then he eventually went to Al Hilal, and then he went into France. So that is what his career looks like. I want to get into his stats, because I think that's what most people want to get into in terms of his career, especially as a 27-year-old. For a 27-year-old, like I mentioned, he doesn't have a lot of data on him, because it's saying here he's played 64 games. Remember when I say this does not include Swaziland, this does not include DRC, this only includes France and the CAF League and CAF Confederation. And in those 64 games that Transfer Market has, he has scored 15 goals and assisted 5 goals as well. So he has a contribution of 20 goals. So a contribution of 20 goals. It's not bad, I'll say that. It's not bad, especially for a winger, but we also don't have all of his numbers, so he could actually have more games. The few videos that I've watched of him is that he has a sweet right foot, meaning that he will be part of set pieces. I think he will be part of set pieces, but like I said, I haven't seen him actually score a set piece, because the videos on him aren't too much. But he can score goals, and he can assist goals, and he has pace. Some people are arguing that he's just a fresher Sahile, but I think this guy uses his brain. But obviously we will see what happens. When I say uses his brain, it's not me throwing shade at Sahile. I've often argued that Sahile's biggest problem, I think, in his career is just that he just wasn't coached the right way, because I feel like Sahile has the talent to be one of the best players in Africa. Let me not say the talent, has the attributes to be one of the best players in Africa, because if you check Sahile's build, he's big, he's fast, he has power. When he wants to be, he can be very skillful. It's just that everything that he has lacks direction. It lacks thought process. It's like Sahile, I don't know where he was training when he was figuring out his way in football. But wherever he was training, it seems like it was a place where a player had to thrive on his own. Like there was no like teamwork and stuff like that. You just have to dribble 5 players and score and use your pace and bully people. But when you get to the PSL, people are smarter than that. You can't just be a player who can go past 5 people. You can't go past 5 people in the PSL. You'll find yourself in the corner flag and ask yourself how you got there. But yeah, that's what I saw about this guy. He's nicknamed now as Chiefs supporters as Lollipop. What do I think about him from my videos? I think this is a take I'm going to make about this. I believe he's going to be good for Nabi. I believe Nabi is going to be able to get the best out of this guy. I think this guy is going to score a lot of goals for Chiefs under Nabi. I think these players that we're signing now, I think they might actually do well under Nabi. Even Tashreeq Morris may surprise us and actually be good under Nabi just because of how Nabi plays. My biggest worry in terms of the players we are signing right now is if Nabi is to resign at the end of the season, are these players good enough to adapt to a new coach who is going to be able to use these guys going forward? Because that is the biggest thing. I feel like Stuart Baxter was the only coach who was able to use Katsande. After Stuart Baxter, coaches just didn't know how to use Katsande. They struggled to figure out a plan of how to use him because Stuart Baxter was clear with his plans on how to use Katsande. But yeah, that's the biggest thing I have for today on Lollipop. So, and that's my worry. I think I've stated my worry. I'm not saying he's going to be a bad player. I don't think he has enough videos for me to even assess on YouTube. The YouTube videos that I saw, they're not very convincing. But they looks like there's something there, but there just isn't enough. He just doesn't have enough videos, and that's something that is a shame in football in general, that players don't have enough info. Then with regards to Lassine Kuma, he's a 20-year-old. He's from Mali. He also doesn't have information on him. I watched some YouTube videos on him. This one worried me more than Lollipop. This one worried me more than Lollipop. But in Africa, he is touted as one of the better talents in Africa. That is what journalists are saying. He is touted as to be a talent, and the journalists are saying he's actually a good player and all that stuff. But from the videos I saw, I was like, maybe let me just see him in the PSL, because sometimes the biggest crime we have in this world is when we are linked to a player who shows better promise. Like I watch Faisal Saloom, and now he's my standard of what I expect a Chiefs midfielder should be. But when I then see Lassine Kuma, I'm like, yes, he's young and stuff like that. But Faisal Saloom, my daughter, is something else. I don't know how to explain it and say, I see this Lassine guy, but I don't think he's going to. I'm not saying I know, but I struggle to see how he's going to match up to the best midfielders in South Africa, like Abotebo Mokoena and stuff like that. But like I said, Nabi is asking for these guys specifically, meaning that Nabi knows how to use them. So under Nabi, I think these guys will thrive. I'm worried about the time after Nabi, because these guys, when they get here, they're going to sign 2 to 3 year deals. And if Nabi is not here for 2 to 3 years, we now have to make a plan with these guys. But anyway, that's what I wanted to say. I really hope we get these players. But the biggest thing that comes out of these negotiations, the big thing is, if Chiefs has signed a right wing and Chiefs is signing a midfielder, there's 2 things Chiefs will probably not get Apolis. Chiefs will probably not even get Saleng, which some people are starting to want, because they've already signed a right wing. And then with the midfielder, Chiefs will probably not get Faisal Saloom because the signings we are making now seem to be signings that are making up for the people we can't get. We can't get Fiston Mayela, we sign Morris. We can't get Apolis, we sign Lollipop. We can't get Faisal Saloom, we sign Ulasin Koma. And that's my biggest worry. Imagine if these players that I mentioned actually did sign for Chiefs. Even if we don't sign Fiston Mayele, but imagine if we just got Faisal Saloom and we got Apolis. I think we would compete with Pirates and Sundowns instantly, even if it's not competing to win anything anytime soon. But the competitiveness of our team would grow. The door on Apolis, I won't close it because we never know. We honestly never know. But the way things have shut down, it does not seem like Polokwane City wants to sell to us. So, I don't know. And the talk on value buy has died down, so I don't know what's happening there. But anyway, Amakhosi.